All right, guys, how's it going? It is Wednesday, the 10th of August, 2022, I think. And you're watching KopTalk.tv. All right. So, what have I got to tell you today? The KopTalk podcast was updated earlier, I think. Yeah, it was. Don't Know's Best podcast as well. And we will be having a live stream on this YouTube channel on Saturday night if you're not doing anything. So, from 8 p.m. UK time. Come along, we'll have a few sherbets, bit of banter, some music, and the usual shenanigans, okay? So that's this Saturday from 8. It's very quiet in terms of news to do with Liverpool, to be honest with you. So the podcast today was, we were kind of talking about other things that were in the news, VAR experiments, the Ryan Giggs court case that's ongoing at the moment, and just generally having a look at stuff maybe a little bit further away from Liverpool, you know. I was just looking at an article here today, actually, which is by James Pearce on The Athletic. Elliot Keita, 4-2-3-1, how Liverpool replaced Thiago without a new signing. New season, same old cruel misfortune for Thiago. Talk about the Liverpool midfielder facing another spell on the sidelines after that hamstring strain against Fulham. It says club staff retain hope he could return before mid-September if he responds well to treatment. But the suggestion is that it could be out for up to 6 weeks. Now, apparently, Liverpool won 88% of their Premier League games last season when Thiago started, which was 15 out of 17, and that figure dropped to 62%, 13 out of 21 when he didn't. Obviously, in 2021, 2022, he had calf, hip, thigh, Achilles problems, COVID as well. He missed the League Cup final after being hurt in the warm-up and needed a painkilling injection prior to the Champions League final in Paris. Now, like James is saying here, there is a growing clamour among sections of the fan base. I think it's the entire fan base, for Liverpool to dip into the transfer market to ease their problems in the engine room. However, so far, there's no sign of the club's stance changing on that front, with the manager adamant they won't panic. Why is it panicking if you strengthen your squad, as Rafa would say? It's only a panic if you go up there and buy a player that isn't going to be long-term, a long-term part. Let's start that again. That isn't going to play a long-term, part or involvement in the future of the club. So if you go out there and buy, let's go and get him. There's some quality, as Rafa would say, quality players out there. But basically, this article is him taking a look at, what players can fill the void. Elliot will probably get the nod to start in midfield, in a midfield 3 versus Palace, as he was excellent off the bench versus Fulham. However, it would be interesting to see a switch to 4-2-3-1. No shortage of contenders to play as a number 10. And I always like to see the comments from the supporters. Someone's replied to James Pearce, but I think you'd do a decent shift in our midfield, Burgerhead. I agree, let's not panic. When do you panic? I don't know. I just think it's, they've been adamant all along that they were going to bring in a midfielder next year. But we've seen, Matheus Nunes, for example. What was the latest on him? Posted something on the members' website today about that. I want to quote, I know I posted, but I want to be very specific about this. Where are we? Well, I tell you what, there's a lot of stuff on the members' website about this player, Matheus Nunes. Where are we? There we go. I put this on this morning. I just said the latest update on this player is that, quote, Liverpool are pondering. You've got to look at it from the financial and footballing perspective, like one of the members has said here. But one more injury and then what? That's how I look at it. I just think that the midfield is getting the options are getting a little bit limited now, and I just think there's a couple of players out there about this, so that would be suitable. But what is this about money? That's the only thing. Is it about money? We know we can't be reckless. We all know how it works. We're not unrealistic. Should Liverpool Football Club, for example, be able to find 35 to 50 million, for example, on a player right now? Do you think that we should do that? Is it panicking if Liverpool go and bring in, midfield reinforcements, if they're going to be part of the long-term future? It's all about availability. Money talks, we know that, but we are going to go and spend 80 million, 90 million, aren't we? That would be, on a long-term, target maybe. But I don't know. I just don't know where they're going to go with this. Like, as you can see, I'm a bit confused. Really, I'm not sure what to make of it. I actually do think that we will do something in the market. I do think something will happen. I do think that. And I don't know if it's, we keep seeing this reference of the word panic. And I just can't help but think, is this Liverpool Football Club playing it cool publicly, so that any player that they might be interested in that club that owns him, like they can't rip us off? Because if you're panicking, if you're desperate, people are gonna rip you off. If you're cool as fuck about things, and this happens in many things in life, if you just go, well, take it or leave it, they know that they can't squeeze you. And I just get that feeling that maybe we're seeing this word panic, because we're only seeing this word panic thrown around by people in that little clique of Liverpool journalists, I think. I've not seen any Liverpool fans talking about panicking. They're just saying, well, we really could do with reinforcements. I think it would be helpful. And I do think something will happen. But that's just a hunch. That's not based on what anybody's saying or anything. Everybody's quiet, to be honest. The only player that they're talking about at the minute is Matheus Nunes. And also, Sarr, at Watford, which I did have an article on him earlier that I was reading earlier. Man United seemed to be sniffing around him. Liverpool showed a lot of attention in him before at one time, but nothing materialised, as you know. But he's the sort of player that would, like, you would look at him, wouldn't you, think, oh, that's good. We've got someone like Mane now, something like that, I don't know. I'm a bit lost with it, to be honest. I'm just a bit confused as to why they're talking about why it would be panicking. We're not fucking panicking. Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. So I just wonder if it's part of the psychology of the public, approaches. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm struggling with this video. In other news, someone commented on my video yesterday saying, not sure I can listen to this guy. Well, I tell you what, don't fucking listen. How old are you? Do you know what I mean? I'm really glad that I had a good mum and a good dad that brought me up well, that said, if you've got nothing decent to say, don't fucking say it. I mean, someone sits there and types that up on the phone. What the fuck's that about? Don't think I'm upset or if I just fucking got rid of the cunt, but what's that about? Don't think I can listen. Well, don't give a fuck what you think, mate. Don't. Go and have a life, for fuck's sake. But yeah, I just saw that yesterday. I was like, oh, fuck off, idiot features. He'd be talking to himself now, because when you hide someone on the channel, they think their comments are still appearing to everybody, but no one can see them. Absolute fucking numpty. So yeah, I'm a bit, like I'm saying, I'm a bit, this is check out my six-pack, by the way. It's not panicking. None of us expect Liverpool to panic. Why are we panicking? I'm not fucking panicking. So why are the journalists that are connected to Liverpool Football Club saying Liverpool not panic? Don't walk panic by. Well, fuck, what are they on about? Can someone explain it to me? What's going on? For a change, please. How is it strengthening the squad? Panicking. We're not going to panic buy, you fucking idiots. We're not going to do that. It's never going to happen. Confused. All right, sorry. I know it's not a very good video, but I'm a bit lost with it, and there's nothing else to talk about, really. I'll sign off. I'll be back with you tomorrow. If there's anything you want to talk about, let's talk about it. But I was a bit baffled. Panic. Fucking panic. They'd be fucking panicking if there's another injury or something. They'd be panicking then. I just don't get why they're using that word all the time. I don't know. All right, I think I've made my point known. I think. Have a good day, guys. Speak to you soon.